think the idea of starting from a position of openness for education is very exciting. It requires us to think about the restrictions that we put on materials and why, but the audiences and the way we would like our materials to be used.
The openness is fundamental to the idea of education, the idea of a shared knowledge, of a commons of information, sharing of data. Those are the fundamental ideas of education.
It's important that communication works, and communication is at the centre of research. There are ethical limitations and limitations on how people need space to think, but in terms of the default, we should be working towards being as open as is possible at any given point in time.
I think that if you are on the edge of being uncomfortable with how open your institution is, that's a really effective place to be. It forces institutions to think carefully about what they're doing and why. If they're too comfortable, they won't question what they're doing, and they won't change when necessary.
Ideally, everything would be open when it comes to education. I think that is the ideal, that is the ultimate, that is what we're trying to strive for. I think the reality is that right now, education is probably halfway open. And I think it's all about partnerships and collaboration and business working with education to strive for that one thing that we're all going for, which is to educate learners.
Research thrives in the open. Research integrity thrives in the open. Having said that, we should be intelligent about this. The Royal Society's talked about intelligent openness. So default means it should be open unless there's a good reason for it not to be. And there are many good reasons why some research shouldn't be open. Sensitive data, privacy issues and so on. And defaulting sort of implies a rule-based approach, whereas I think we're talking much more here about culture and behaviour, the sorts of attitude and culture with which researchers approach their research. And I think we are moving very much in that direction. We have a long way to go.